Back out here at Blades Hair Nail Salon, we're located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, is pleased to announce their buy one, get one half-price select Redken products, 20% off select Pureology and Redken leaders, and register to win a free Breast Cancer Edition Chief Flat Iron with any retail purchase. And don't forget to browse the pink table of values. Blades Hair and Nail Salon is open Monday through Saturday. Phone 732-7213 or 732-6293 to schedule your appointment with any of the talented cosmetologists and become a fan on Facebook. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, affordable head-to-toe beauty for the whole family. Josh Komnick.
I do love that Pureology.
Do you?
Yeah, big fan.
I can tell. The furniture guy, Jake Johnston, and Lincoln Community High School head football coach, Coach McDonald. Thanks for coming in today.
Coach.
And we've got a couple seniors here, Caleb Weaver and Tate Gordon, which we will get to after we run through the Railers' fall to Springfield. Senators 42-14 last night. Springfield improves to 4-3. The Railers fall to 2-5. Sacred Heart Griffin 35, Jacksonville 7. Chatham Glenwood 49, Southeast 0. Rochester 56, Lanphier 28, and Breeze Mater Dei, the number one team in 4A, beat Taylorville 42-21. Coach, coming into Springfield, you knew. Well, I know you knew. I knew they've had three very tough games. Maybe the most brutal stretch you could come to in the Central State 8. I think they had Griffin, Rochester, and Chatham or something like that. They lost all three. They were up on Rochester and kind of gave that one away. Did you think that would have, with that in mind, added a little fuel to the fire coming into this week? Oh, no doubt. Yeah. They were expecting to have a great year this year, and has some disappointing losses for them, and a couple of tough ones there. And they've always been a pretty tough, competitive group, and we knew they were going to be extremely hungry coming out on their home field and to get a win in the belt. Yeah, homecoming. I think I heard Bobby V say last night for the Senators too, as you knew it would be a tough game anyways. They're really well balanced, especially on offense. They had guys coming from everywhere. The quarterback is a good quarterback. I think he's been there a couple of years, playing different position, and maybe just his first as a quarterback. Yeah. But I hear a lot of the Poole kid racking up some stats. You knew coming in they had a talented team. Yeah, and we knew that they had great team speed and probably the fastest and maybe his most aggressive team that we faced this year. And, really? And so we knew it was going to be a big challenge, and we headed up our game to match up with them, and they're tough. Yeah. What did you plan all week coming up to the game? What posed a problem for you think, for leading up, working on things in practice? Well, again, just their overall team speed that is hard to simulate, just how fast. And, I thought our offensive line did a real good job getting off the ball and getting us, 3 or 4 yards at a time. But if you notice just how fast their linebackers would fill in, just aggressive and coming hard and getting there quick. Again, Coach, turnovers kind of hurt. We have, one in the first quarter, I think a fumble, and then maybe another one in the first quarter, and a 3 or so all together in the game. But when those lead to touchdowns, again, man, it's just a backbreaker. Yeah, it puts your defense in a tough position, kind of back up against the wall. But yeah, we had the 2 turnovers there in the first 4 possessions, and it's give up a couple good plays and get behind early, and then we're playing from behind the whole game. And these guys, though, what I've really been proud of is that there has been no quit. Mm-hmm. Get down 22-0, and the guys just keep on playing hard and coming back. Yeah. And Lysinger, a 3-yard run last night for a score, and Anthony Cannon, a 2-yard run for the Railers. And it seemed like, Coach, defensively they took a lot of the passing away. Lysinger didn't have a good game through the air, but for spells in the game, we were able to move the ball via the rush pretty well. Yeah, we did. And looking at halftime, looking over our stat sheet of our plays, and we had a lot of positive yardage that was typically in the 4 to 6 yard range. But you get a 3 or 4 yarder, then you get a -1 or a fumble or penalty or incomplete pass, and again, trying to press to stay up with them after getting down 22 points is a tough task to get to, and tough to get the big play against a team with that kind of speed. Yeah. Coach, they had given up, I think, something like 1,037 yards over the last 2 games or 3 games through the air. Now, I know one of them was 590, which is, insane anyways. But did you see anything from them that led you to believe that we could put it up through the air, maybe more than what we usually do?
We had hoped to maybe do that a little bit, and again, you're looking at the Lunt from Rochester, going to Oklahoma State,
right.
and he's a kid that may be playing the NFL someday,
right?
Just a great passing team, a lot of weapons, and we talked about over the week also in that matter that what's even more impressive about that game was that the receiver that got the 350 yards receiving, 20 catches, and as athletic as Springfield is back there, that he was still able to get that kind of yards. But we had hoped to maybe to find some lanes, and it just didn't. We just weren't as efficient as we needed to be.
Seemed like defensively and their side of the offense, it really has been sparked by the Kramer kid, the quarterback. He can run the ball. He's got a good arm throwing. Was that one of your main topics this week in practice, was trying to contain him and hopefully maybe let the others get us a little bit?
Yeah, and contain is a good word to use. We knew that with their speed, we mentioned several times that we can't get in a track meet with them. And we've got to reduce the size of the field with them by guys flying to the ball and taking good angles. And once they get out in the open space, as you can see, they're some good runners and got a lot of speed and quickness, and they see the field well, making good cuts.
Sure. Coach, coming back to the turnovers, kind of been an Achilles heel for you all season. Were some of these last night by big hits by Springfield, or was it what you've talked about as maybe loss of concentration at times?
One of them was I would think maybe a little loss of a concentration, or just being not as efficient as we should be. Another one was on a run, a good run that was a 15-yard plus, struggling for extra yardage, and the defensive player made a good job of just literally taking both hands and arms and pulling it out of his arms as he was struggling for extra yardage. And our backs, when they're running that hard, sometimes that's going to happen. We don't want it to happen, but at least they're giving a great effort and they're keeping their feet moving, trying to get the extra yardage. Yeah,
it seems like anymore you watch NFL or college or anything, defense, if you can get a hold of somebody, the next move they make is just a swipe or something, and that's almost a thing of the defense now, of the game, that it's always trying to scratch or claw or whatever they do to get the ball away.
Oh yeah, it's big. I mean, you hear them talk about it in NFL games in college. Every league, they talk about the turnover ratio and how big that is to the outcome of the game.
Sure, Coach. Let's switch real quick to the players sitting behind us. We've got Caleb Weaver and Tate Gordon, and give us your name.
My name's Caleb Weaver.
Caleb Weaver, and what grade are you in, Caleb?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior this year, and what position do you play, Caleb?
Defensive end.
Defensive end. How long have you been playing football for the Railers?
Ever since 6th grade, so about 6 years now.
6 years now, okay. And what brings you back every year to the football field?
Just the love of the game and the brotherhood, honestly.
Okay, got a lot of friends that play football, and you're out there playing with them. Your senior year, you've got a couple games left. What do you look for here in the rest of the season?
We just got to go out there and play hard, even though the playoffs aren't part of the picture anymore. That doesn't mean that our season's over now. We can still go out and get another win against Taylorville and play hard against SHG.
Right, and you've got SHG coming up next, Coach, or Taylorville?
Taylorville's
at home next weekend. Yeah. Okay, so that's one that we've seen Taylorville, I think, now 1-6 overall on the season. So hopefully we can get after them next weekend. Caleb, your future plans after Lincoln Community High School?
I pretty much plan on going to SIUE, most likely. Probably going to study medical zoology or biology.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that'd
play
be
other sports, man?
What?
You play any other sports?
No.
No?
Just football.
Just
football. So you've got a couple games in your senior season left, and make the most of them.
All right.
Hey, next up, Caleb, thanks for coming in. We've got Tate Gordon. Tate, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
A senior this year. Okay, Tate, what position do you play?
I play wide receiver and cornerback.
Wide receiver and cornerback. Both way guy, playing hardly come off the field then.
Well, yeah.
And do you like that? I mean, is that?
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Got to do what you got to do when the coach says.
Yeah, Tate's been out for
3 weeks.
For 3 weeks injury, but just got the okay, so we'll have him back this week. Real happy to have him back.
Perfect. Yeah, good back to come home too. What was that? What was the injury you had?
I got a concussion in the game versus Lanphier. Don't remember the game or anything.
Don't remember anything
No.
from it, huh? Those are, Coach, it seems like, and I want to get back to Tate too about that, but that seems like a more occurring injury now than I can ever remember. I mean, in the last 3 years, and you've been around football longer than I have, but is it as common back maybe when you played as it is now? Or are they just precaution for it?
Well, it wasn't diagnosed back then.
Right.
Now whether it happened as often,
you don't,
I don't
remember.
know. Yeah, it didn't. I don't remember even playing with a guy that had a concussion, and I remember a couple times, literally seeing stars myself, but there wasn't a trainer down there to pull you out of the game. And
your dad was the coach at that time?
He was coach before I was in high school. Yeah,
Okay.
I had retired before I got in high school, but. Yeah, and so I don't know if maybe with the players being maybe a little bigger, stronger. I think it's just the way things become more cautious in the medical field,
and they're taking more caution
and
now.
rightfully so.
Right.
I mean,
we've seen a lot of. Well, I think even NFL guys, you see a lot of maybe injury after their career, possibly because of the concussion. And what did you? How did you get concussion? Well, I guess you don't remember, Coach. You want to tell us?
It was on a kickoff return, wasn't it? And and he got hit pretty good, kind of on the side.
Backed in. The helmet didn't help that time. Tate, your plans after high school?
Go to Edwardsville probably.
Edwardsville. 2 guys headed to Edwardsville. Okay. And what do you look for most for the next couple games for your senior year?
Play Taylorville, really tough.
Play Taylorville, tough. Well, that's what you guys have coming up. I want to thank you guys for coming in today, guys. And, Coach, real quickly before we let you go, give us an overview of Taylorville and what we can expect out at Hanlon Field next Friday night.
Well, we always have a tough matchup with Taylorville, a big rival, we think. And
I think it's pretty similar. I mean,
yeah, we're similar schools.
Right, size.
They've actually are running an offense that's very similar to ours now.
Mm-hmm.
They've started doing this year, and they've been struggling this year a little bit. But Taylorville's it's a big football school. They take a lot of pride in their program. Their kids always play hard. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a tough game. And senior night's going to be a very emotional night. Win or lose, and last time for all these seniors to be on that field, and it's always it's a special night. And I know that they want to go out with a W in their belt.
Well, and also for you, your first senior class gone. As being a coach, and you got what's nice is probably you got to see them coming up as a freshman, and now being an assistant, and now as you're a varsity, will be your first class out. But Coach, 2 games left. As being your first year as a head coach, has it gone pretty fast?
Oh, it's flown by. Yeah,
right.
It has really flown by now. Looking back, it's hard to believe. It's been a lot of fun, and we had high expectations of this group and of the senior group in particular because there's big numbers and great kids, and they've done a great job as far as their leadership and keep us on track and playing hard. And again, we've told them multiple times that there is no complaint as to the effort that they've given on game nights and just never quitting and always playing hard.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. Coach, how many seniors will you lose after this season? I mean, how many will be graduating?
We're at 20.
Wow. That's a pretty good group for Lincoln, isn't it?
I mean, 19.
Okay. But, the years that you've been here, is that norm or is that more?
No, that's significantly more than what we've had in the past.
Okay.
I think last year may have been around maybe 9 or 10, I believe.
Okay. So, yeah, you'll be missing a big chunk. But, hey, Coach, I want to thank you for coming in as always. And good luck next Friday night at home against Taylorville. That's a, 7:30 kick? 7?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock kick. And if you can't make it out, you can catch it on 96.3 FM and WLCN online.com. Coach, real quick before we let you go, Illini or Hoosiers today?
Illini. Go Illini.
Guy Illini. Jake? Are you a Cardinal fan, Coach?
Oh, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm a Packer fan. I'm a Packer fan. America's team.
No, I'm talking baseball.
He's talking baseball.
I'm not worried about baseball right now.
Oh, okay. He's still worried about the Packers. Jake?
That's sad in its own.
Yeah. I'm sure you're taking the Illini as you did to win in the national championship. So
the Illini's going to, win the national championship. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it to Champaign.
35-17 Illini today. Not going to be as much of a deficit, I think, as some people think, but I think it'll be close. Trap game, Ohio State next week. So Illini win today. Bears, real quick, Jake. Bears, Lions, Monday night.
Lions by 30.
Lions by 30. Coach, Lions or Bears?
I'll give it to the Bears on this one by
Got
3.
the Bears, undefeated Lions, number 1 in division.
Megatron's going to go for 2,000 yards.
He's only going Bears because he likes the Packers and he wants to see the Lions lose. So that's the only reason he's going.
I can't blame him.
I'm taking the Lions even though I'm a Bear fan. Hey, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Jake. Thanks for the LCHS volleyball team for checking in. Until next week, which will be at Beck's Travel Plaza, Coach will be there, a couple more seniors, after hopefully another W from the Railer football team. That's going to do it from Blades Hair Nail Salon. Josh Komnick, the furniture guy, Jake Johnston, Coach McDonald. We'll see you next week.